What's up, everybody? It's Snapper77. Today we're having a look at a little Uncollected, the final two bosses. Up here we got Aegon. I figured Archangel would be the best option for this fight. The class advantage, and he takes he bleeds and can be poisoned, so it was going to be pretty well money in the bank for Archangel for this match, and yeah, he made pretty short work of him, and that it's only a rank 3 Archangel as well. And you can see there just the toxins, got 4 on there, and he's just pretty well melting away. Just parry and heavy, and that's pretty well she wrote. I think this match was over before I got 30 hits in. I probably could not have, I probably didn't even need to attack anymore here. It was just a matter of get him down a little faster. He probably would have been dead there after 21 hits, just letting the toxins do the damage. The next boss fight is the champion. Didn't go very well the first few matches. You can see I brought in a bunch of Mystic champs there. I wanted to try out a bunch of different Mystic champs for my first time through. So I brought in a few Mystic champs that I thought would be pretty good counters for him. I wanted to bring in, who did I not bring in that I wanted to bring in? Oh, Mephisto. I brought in my Medusa just so I could plow through the lane really fast to get to him. So next round I'll try Mephisto on him. Good start here with Scarlet Witch, and I didn't bait any, or didn't counter any of his specials. I was just trying to learn his attacks, and right there, that unstoppable, I thought I could nullify it with a hit, but I tried to go for that third hit, and I should have got out of the way. So that was the end of Scarlet Witch. So I never really got to see too much of how good she could do there, because I kind of screwed myself there attacking into his unstoppable. And same thing sort of happened here with Voodoo again. So my first 3 matches were pretty horrible. I didn't do very well at all against trying to get out of the way of his attacks and whatnot. And you can see there, he was done just like that. He hits pretty hard. These are 4 stars as well. So this was one champ that I really want. I'd like to do a little bit more testing against the champion with Loki, because Loki can steal the buffs, and when he steals his fury buffs, it's going to make Loki hit really, really, really hard. Like he's got 4 furies up there right now. I stole him there, but I never got a chance to. I screwed that up royally there, but his armor actually saved me there. That I'd stolen the champion's armor, but then the Furies, if he steals those Furies, he's going to be hitting just as hard as the champion is, and the node has 200% attack too, so he's going to get that bonus on those Furies. So if you can get some hits in with stealing his Furies there, you could probably do some damage and kill him really fast. Probably the best way to go is to save for L3 and then just parry and heavy and then let the hex work. This I think is the best way to go, especially if you're going to go do Uncollected and you don't have any rank 4 or rank 5 champs to do some damage real fast on them. If you got a 4-star 550 Doctor Strange, you can get through this match. It's a long match, but you can just keep him away with safe attacks using this power gain. And you can see they're just throwing the L1s, using the power gain, keeping him away, and just staying away from him, and rinse and repeat. And also you can see there, like in the counter spell, it's just doing its own thing. It's just taking away all of his BS buffs that he gets, and it's just instant, like counter spell. Just, you don't have to hit him, you don't have to do anything. It's just gonna work on its own. Whereas if you're using like Scarlet Witch or a magic you have to hit him to nullify those effects. And when he's got Unstoppable up, he's not really very safe to attack. So I think if you're going to fight him with magic, you're probably best off to use her L3 and use her L3 when he's got all his buffs up, and her L3 will do a ton of damage. I'll probably try that on my next round against him. I'll probably try Mephisto and magic, and maybe Hood will probably work really good versus him. Possibly even Juggernaut as well if you parry in heavy, and just keep doing that. He has a 100% chance to stagger him. So Juggernaut would probably be a pretty good counter for this match as well. Pretty well, mostly all the Mystics are going to be pretty decent against him. But overall, I would say the safest way to fight him is definitely with Doctor Strange from what I've seen so far. I don't think he has any immunities either, so Archangel might be able to do this fight pretty easily as well. And then of course you got all your heavy hitters. You could probably do this with your Star-Lords and your Stark Ant Spider-Mans and your Corvus Glaives and your Ghosts. But yeah, it's my first time running through. I wanted to try some different 4-stars and stuff like that. And you can see that it's definitely a long fight, and I messed up there and I got KO'd, so I had to go in and use a revive. I didn't really mind. I brought in pretty well 4 stars, so I was expecting to at least use a revive on my first time through. And yeah, so I just revived Strange and went right back in with Strange. Just a few potions there, give him a little bit of health just in case I took another stupid hit like you seen on that one where I just got KO'd. So now we're gonna go back in and try and finish this guy off. Overall, the Uncollected event wasn't too bad at all. I brought in what was the Blade boss. I brought in my team, and I didn't read the nodes or anything like that. I got all the way to the boss, and I started fighting him, and I was like, oh damn, this node has biohazard. So, and I didn't bring in a double immune champ. I only had my Medusa was the only immune champ I had, was she was a poison immune, but it doesn't really do very much when you're hitting them and you're taking on bleed. So yeah, you'll see if you go fight the Blade boss without an immune champ, you'll see pretty fast that it's not really doable. So I had to exit out of that and restart the quest, and I brought in I forget who I brought in. I think I brought in Nebula and just destroyed Blade. The other boss, Gwenpool, was pretty easy. It was the mini boss before Gwenpool, Hyperion. That was a pretty tough go because he's got the Hyperion mini boss is in all the lanes, and he has reverse power. So I don't know if you've ever fought a Hyperion with reverse power, but it's definitely not the easiest thing to do, that's for sure. I mean, he's always got power to use specials, and it's just he uses an L2, and he's got like 1.5 bars of power still. So you have a hard time getting chances to hit him without pushing him L3. So for that match, I'd probably recommend possibly Vision for sure. He has that L1, and or Magic. If you have a Magic, and if you have MD, it'll really help out because the reverse power is going to work for both sides. Or if you have a Ronin or a Stark Ant Spider-Man, you can permanently stun lock him as well. And so that was probably the hardest parts, other than the champion was a little bit hard, but I think once I get used to him, he's not going to be too bad. But for sure, if you've you've got limited roster for 5-star options, go with Doctor Strange, and you should have no problems as long as you just keep spamming those specials and stay away, because he hits really, really hard. And if you got a 4-star, you see that block, how much block damage I took there. So I was just trying to stay away from him and use my specials and take him down, and eventually went down. And I think one more combo here and he's down for the count. Well, that's my video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully it'll help you out a little bit on your quest to finish Uncollected.